Response has been phenomenal. Even before the trailer was released, we took the film to US and we did screenings for people there in about 12, 13 different cities where the local people from the Indian diaspora came and watched the movie. And throughout all these 12 cities, the response has been phenomenal. There have been people from all walks of life. There were scientists who came and watched the film, and that was the real acid test for us because this is a science film. So, the endorsement from them that all our scientific scenes that we've shown inside the lab, the conversations and everything was correct. There was no exaggeration. Nothing was filmy in that sense of the word. It was all real, and the sentiment of the women working, because when this vaccine was made, all the scientists that were involved in the making of the vaccine, 70% of these scientists are women. So that emotion that yes, women of India are now taking firmer and positive steps towards emancipation, and the fact that India has done it, these two emotions have really stuck with the audience. And the overall response up until now, even through our Indian screenings, where we've done a screening in Ahmedabad and Nagpur, and today we are doing in Bangalore, it has been very positive, and I'm an optimist by nature, so I'm hoping that this continues and people eventually come to the theatres and watch the cinema and feel extremely proud about their country. I have my theories. I'm not very sure about where this virus has come from. I still have my doubts. Also, WHO's findings are inconclusive. They still don't know whether this was a deliberate attempt to infect the world at large, or this was a biological war that was actually fought against the entire world, or it was a genuine thing that happened, a genuine mutation that happened, and it was beyond anyone's control. There have been reports where you hear that a lot of people have not taken the vaccine and yet survived, and there are reports where people the world over, I'm not talking about India, world over, people have taken like they've taken the vaccine, they've taken like 4 booster shots after that, and yet they have succumbed. So there is no real set parameter where you can come to any kind of conclusion. But as far as India is concerned, as far as our scientific achievement is concerned, that cannot be taken away from these scientists. What we did was, instead of experimenting with different kinds of vaccines, we went for an approach which was tried and tested. It was a proven technology which we've been practicing in India for the last 70 years, and we made a vaccine with that knowledge, with that technology. So we were very aware of the fact that if we go in for some new technology, if we go for a newer type of vaccine, like the mRNA or the DNA vaccine, it may affect people differently. In the long terms, it may have adverse effects. But the approach that we went for, which was the dead virus, that is a tried and tested method, and that has proven over a period of many, many years that it doesn't affect people in the long run. And hence, India's vaccine has been one of the safest and one of the most efficacious vaccines. So there are no two things, there is no controversy as far as our vaccine is concerned. So during our research, we found out all these things because in our mind also, we did not want to put out a film where people are going to question the very vaccine that we are talking about. So yes, we have a winner on our hands, and the scientists of India have done it, and this is no mean achievement. To produce a vaccine in 7 short months when the entire world was under lockdown, for a bunch of scientists to stand in that lab where it is not possible humanly not possible to stand with that entire gear and artificial oxygen for more than 4 or 5 hours. Our women scientists have stood there for 22 hours at length, days together, and found the right vaccine for all of us. And the fact that you and I, we are sitting here without any masks doing this interview you are alive to take this interview and I am alive to give this interview, it just shows how successful India has been. Films should always have a social message. Films should always make some kind of commentary on whatever is happening around you. Not in a preachy manner, not in the style of a documentary, because when there is a different audience for documentaries and there is a different audience for feature film. Feature film should be presented like a feature film, but should definitely have some takeaway, should definitely carry some social message.